Hello class, today we're going to learn how to convert rational numbers. So we're going to convert between different forms of rational numbers. A rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction. So rational numbers as decimals. Okay, so a terminating decimal is a decimal that stops, it ends. And then a repeating decimal is a decimal that has a pattern that repeats. So in this example here, it's negative 1.333. So the 3 is going to repeat, so we put the bar notation over the 3. That's showing that the 3 repeats. On the bottom one, 0.151515 is showing that the 1 and the 5 are both repeating. So that's why the bar notation is over the 1 and the 5. So how do we write fractions and mixed numbers as decimals? We divide. So if we had negative 2 and 1/4, we're going to focus on the fraction. Negative 2 is going to stay. That's the whole number. 1/4 is the fraction. So negative 2 is the integer and 1/4 is the fraction. So I am going to divide, it's 1 divided by 4. So the 1 is being divided. So I put a 1, I could add a decimal and add as many zeros as I want. So 4 can't go into 1, so I put a 0. Can 4 go into 10? Yes, 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. Bring down the 0. How many times does 4 go into 20? 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. It is a terminating decimal. So it's negative 2 and 25 hundredths. So negative 2 1/4 is the same as negative 2 and 25 hundredths. Let's try another one. Write 5/11ths as a decimal. So it's 5 divided by 11. So I can write a 5 and then as many zeros as I need. I bring up my decimal. 11 can't go into 5. Can 11 go into 50? Yes, 4 times. 4 times 11 is 44. I subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. Bring down the 0. How many times can 11 go into 60? 5 times. 5 times 11 is 55. Subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5. Bring down the 0. Do you see how I'm starting? I started off with a 50 and I'm ending with a 50. So that means the 4 and the 5 are both going to repeat. So 0.45 and the bar notation goes over the 4 and the 5. It's going to be 0.45454545 if I kept continuing out this problem. Okay, let's try to go the other way. So now we have decimals. We need to change them into fractions. So we just use our place value. We say the actual number and we write it as a fraction. So the first example, 2.82 is really said as 2 and 82 hundredths. And then we have to simplify 82 hundredths. So think about your divisibility rules. What number can go into both? I know they're even numbers, so I know I can divide by 2. So 82 divided by 2 is 41. And 100 divided by 2 is 50, but don't forget to bring your whole number over. So 2.82 is 2 and 41 50ths. Simplify. Okay, let's try the next one. Negative 3.6. You would say that as negative 3 and 6 tenths. Once again, they both are even numbers, so we can divide by 2 divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And I bring the negative 3. So negative 3 and 3/5 is the same as negative 3.6. Okay, let's try a real-world application. The table shows the elevations of 4 sea creatures relative to sea level. Which of the sea creatures are deeper than the whale? So let's see. We have the anglerfish, which is negative 13/10. How do you write that as a decimal? So negative 1 and 3/10. The shark, negative 2 over 11. So that one I need to divide out. 2.00. I can write as many zeros as I need to. Bring up the 0. 11 can't go into 2, but 11 go into 20. How many times? 1 time. Subtract. 10 minus 1 is 9. Bring down the 0. How many times can 11 go into 90? 8 times. 8 times 11 is 88. Subtract 2, bring down a 0. So see how we started off with a 20 up here? I have another 20 here, so this is going to keep repeating the 1 and the 8. So the shark is at negative 0.18 repeated. Okay, the squid is negative 2 and 1/5. Well, we can change that to tenths. 2 and 1/5 is how many tenths? So 1/5 is how many tenths? You could divide it out like we did before, or you can do it this way. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 2 is 2. So it's negative 2 and 2/10, which is negative 2.2. So if you can put it into a tenth or a hundredth, you can just write the number. Tenths place is right after the decimal. And then the whale is already written in decimal form. So negative 0.8. So now let's put the fish on the number line. So the first one was the anglerfish. So that was negative 1.3. So it's a little bit past the negative 1. I'll just put A for anglerfish. Okay. Negative 2/11 was negative 1.8. So it's a little bit past to the left of the 0. And that was a shark. And then we have the squid, which is negative 2 and 2/10. So a little bit past the negative 2. That is the squid. And then the whale is at negative 0.8, which is a little bit past, which is closer to 1, negative 1, W for whale. So which of the sea creatures are deeper than the whale? So you can just look at the number line and you can see the anglerfish and the squid are deeper in the water because 0 would be sea level. I hope this video helped you understand how to convert rational numbers. Have a great day.